down for a meal and conversation. All are invited to the table to hear the message of inspiration and hope from small business owners across the country as we celebrate diversity in culture and cuisine. Welcome to Food COMA, Conversations Over Meals in America, hosted by Cynthia McAllister.
Welcome to another episode of Food Coma, Conversations Over Meals in America. And I'm here with a wonderful and special guest, Miss Mandisa Johnson. She is the owner and the founder of Atlanta Film and TV. Hi, Mandisa, how are you?
Hi, Cynthia. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being a guest today on Food Coma. So before we get in to talking about your business, let's first talk about the food. Okay, now this dish was so easy to make and it was healthy and delicious. It's cabbage, right?
Right. Yep.
So let's talk about it.
Well, I started making cabbage. Actually, I had a book, Soul Food, the Soul Food movie book, when we were at Wright State, and at the end of the book it had it had fried cabbage recipe. And so a friend of mine in college and I used to make this all the time. We used to make the fried cabbage, not the smothered cabbage, because that's what this is. But when I got older, I found out my mom used to make cabbage all the time. That was her favorite dish. So as I got older, I would make it in the crock pot, and then people would tell me, "Oh, you're making cabbage. You know, I used to get your mom's recipe from her." I don't exactly know what her recipe was. I don't know how she made it. I never really asked. I just know she liked it. But we started, instead of making the fried cabbage, just for like a healthy option, we made smothered cabbage. And in my cabbage, I did not use butter because I am vegan, but I used the olive oil spray. So when I caramelized my onions and made the cabbage, I used regular olive oil.
And I love that you're sharing the story about how the connection between what you were doing and your mother, and how you didn't even know that was her favorite dish. Now that's something really special, because now when you make it, it kind of reminds you of her, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah. And then your journey of being a vegan, how long have you been a vegan and what made you decide to do that?
Well, everything I started off slow. In 98, I gave up pork and beef, and that was hard because I lived with 3 other people who made pork and beef. So like the smell of it made me want it, but I, stood my ground and didn't eat any. And then I still ate like chicken and fish and all that good stuff up until 2014. I gave up meat for Lent, and I tried to eat it, got sick, so I started becoming vegetarian. But during the pandemic, last April, I don't remember exactly like when in last April, I started watching videos from Tabitha Brown and learning new dishes and stuff. And I was away from the school that I used to work at, which was vegetarian, but they gave the kids a lot of cheese. So I was able to like focus on those, finding healthy dishes and finding like healthy places here, vegan restaurants here. So I gave it up last April. So it was, it's been a journey. I started everything kind of slow, not just like dive into it, but like the whole cheese thing, it took me a while to find the right cheese. Like I asked people, I researched, and then finally I found some cheeses. Yeah.
Wow, that's a great and healthy journey that you've been on. And I'm sure it's helped you with your health and probably with energy and making you feel good.
Yeah.
Now let's turn to your business. You mentioned here, you're located in Atlanta, Georgia. So
Right.
tell us about Atlanta Film and TV. Tell us about your business.
Okay, so we originally launched Atlanta Film and TV, I think it was 2017, at the end of my creative writing MFA program. I blogged for a while. I don't even remember how long I blogged, but then I, just became a little bit overwhelming, and then I gave it up. And then I was noticing people still needed, like, there really weren't like resources, and people still needed resources on how to do this, who to go for headshots. People were still coming for me, like not coming for me, but coming to ask me questions. And so we relaunched at the end of January 2019, and we blog. We currently have over 250 blog posts. We have informative posts. Most recently, we started in February a conversations with Atlanta movers and shakers. It's where we interview people in the film and TV industry here in Atlanta or Georgia who are moving and shaking in the film industry. And we also were press. We were press for the Atlanta Film Festival, and this year made the third time we were pressed for Atlanta Film Festival. We interviewed people, we blogged about the event, but it was a little bit easier for me to attend more events this year and the end of last year, because a lot of their events were virtual, and I was able to conduct a lot of interviews virtually. But our mission is to serve, empower, engage, and educate those that are part of or looking to become a part of the Atlanta film and TV industry. So we make connections with people, we build relationships with people. We're getting ready to have an event, one of our first in-person events, on June 24th. It's called our Creative Juices Networking event. We're going to have two amazing speakers, a talent manager named Alana Dvorak, and a character designer, Joshua Leonard, and we're going to mix and mingle, and people are going to make connections. So hopefully, it'll be a good turnout, but I understand this is our first event. But yeah, we've been sharing a lot of exciting announcements. So yeah, that's basically what Atlanta Film and TV is.
You know what's so fantastic, and I got to tell people who are watching this show, Mandisa is underrepresenting what she does with the Atlanta community, okay? This woman knows so many people in the industry. She's been in the industry for like 20 years, okay? She's been all over. She's been on the set. She has 2 master's degrees, which she's not even sharing right now, in the industry. She has a production company. She does animation and has all kinds of activities going on here. Okay, so she's very well connected. Her events are amazing. I've been to those events. There's people all over the country who are attending these events. So Miss Mandisa has it going on. And I'm so excited to share this with everybody. So be sure to check out her event, and also be sure to check out her website. So let's talk more about, as a business owner, what made you decide to go that route? Because it's really hard to start up a business. So what made you decide to do that?
Well, it wasn't supposed to be a business at first. It was just supposed to be a blog. But the more I put more time, I had more time to put into it during the pandemic. So we added coaching, we added networking events. I guess I'm not even sure why we made it into a business, but I mean, I do have that business background. Yeah, I did it as a way, and it is a passion of mine, and I wasn't, again, always looking to make money from it, but it kind of like went that way. So that's really why, it is a passion. And, I want to see people succeed and thrive from the industry and not be duped like I was when I first got into the industry here. There's so many like people who come here who who claim they're talent agents and they rip people off. I want people to know the signs. I want people to know, it's okay if you don't understand what a contract says. Somebody can read over it for you, can ask questions. You don't always have to sign your name to the dotted line, because once you sign your name to the dotted line, it's like, you're kind of, it's a contract. So you're kind of tied to it, so to speak. So that's really why I just didn't want to see people go through what I went through.
Wow. And that's a great mission. You want to help people so they don't have the stumbling block that you might have had earlier on in your career. And people always need support, and then they need someone to turn to give them guidance. So that's great that you're sharing this. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with more of Miss Mandisa Johnson, owner of Atlanta Film and TV. And we're back with Food COMA, Conversations Over Meals in America. And I'm here with my lovely guest, Miss Mandisa Johnson. She is the owner of Atlanta Film and TV. So Mandisa, I just want to ask you the question, as a business owner, it's really hard and it's challenging out there. So can you share a testimony of how you've overcome challenges as a business owner and maybe how your faith has played a role in that?
I will say probably like putting myself out there. I was just sharing with somebody how I really don't like marketing at all. But it's just like, with business, there comes marketing and it's not personal. You're just trying to get the word out there, trying to get people involved. So I won't necessarily say I've overcome it, because I literally just had this conversation today. But it's just like the more I market, I don't want to be that type of marketer that just gets on people's nerves. But I have an event that I'm trying to get out there. But it's just like the more I market, the more sales. Not really a salesperson. Eddie will tell you that I'm more of the writer side. So it's like I'm kind of overcoming being afraid of putting myself out there, getting the word out, getting, not shut down, but just getting the word out there, because there's people that it has been said to me like, oh, I have been looking for an event like that, because not too many people are putting on too many networking events. One, because of the pandemic, and two, they're just not out there. There's some, but there's not many. But yeah, that's pretty much the testimony I have and of the challenges that I'm overcoming.
Right. And has your faith played any role in helping you through those times and overcoming fears?
Yeah, it's helped a lot. Just, finding marketing strategies and just putting them out there and just trusting that the word is being, presented in a positive way. So yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so you mentioned marketing, and you are a Key Spot business partner, and we're so glad to have you there. Can you share how Key Spot has helped to support your business?
Yeah, just connecting with people, being able to connect with people once a month from the networking events, and then, building the relationships, which is really important in the film and TV industry, networking and building relationships, just in any industry. So that's helped, and, I'm able to use the platform to get my word out, the word out from Atlanta Film and TV, and just connecting with other people. Yeah, so the connections are there. That's how you guys helped me out.
So Mandisa, you mentioned that you are having an event and you've connected with a lot of movers and shakers at Atlanta Film and TV. How have you been able to reach out to so many wonderful people to be your guest on your show?
Sometimes I will get their email address and I'll send them an email just to ask them like, hey, I'm Mandisa Johnson with Atlanta Film and TV. we have a series called Conversations with Movers and Shakers, and some of them may have heard of it, some of them may not. So I will include a link to an interview, and or if I'm connected with them on Instagram, don't have their email, I will send a DM, ask them for their email address, and I will email them. And then I feel like now, since the interviews are more virtual, I'm able to build more of a personal relationship because we're actually talking to each other, so we stay connected. A lot of the newer movers and shakers and people that I've interviewed before, they have spoken at career days. I have one speaking at our event on the 24th. It's just like opportunities for them to get, not only have their interview on our platform, but to be able to be a speaker in other areas. I've had one mover and shaker that I think has spoken at 3 different career days. So yeah, that's how I get in touch with them, and then we build a friendship. And yeah.
So can people actually reach out to you if they want to be part of your show?
They do. We now have an application on our website. If you're on a laptop, you would scroll over to where it says more, you would click on that, and then you would scroll down to where it says potential movers and shakers. And then you would apply, and if we're interested, we would reach back out to you so we can, hear your story. But there are questions on there like, do you have a website? Do you have a online presence? Do what have you done that you would think that you would be a mover and shaker?
All right, well, we'll be back with more of Mandisa Johnson of Atlanta Film and TV after this break.
We were looking for some place we'd never been before, so I used the Key Spot app and found Shell's Bistro. Patricia!
This bistro is great. How did you find it?
I use the Key Spot app. Enter location and it finds businesses and events. Oh, here. See?
I love that. All the information in one key spot.
Key Spot. Find and share businesses, find and share services and events. All in one key spot. Download for free today.
And we're back with Food COMA, Conversations Over Meals in America. I'm here with Miss Mandisa Johnson. And Mandisa, as a business owner, there's always people that you can look up to see, well, this is what I want to be. This is what I want to aspire to do. Who are 2 people in business that that inspire you, that you look up to?
I would say the first person would be Tyler Perry, because he is a person that did not let the entertainment industry keep him out. It's kind of like what I did. I would put my resume out there, apply for jobs in the industry, and I just was like, I can create my own table and bring my own chair and invite people to my table. It's kind of like what he's done and he's still doing. So that's one person. And I would say Oprah Winfrey would probably be the second person. I just love her story, how she started off being a news reporter and then becoming a host on a TV show, kind of like what I do, and then acts. So she's like a jack of all trades, and I kind of feel like there's nothing that I can't do. So she kind of inspires me as well. So yes.
Those are 2 great inspirations, especially in the entertainment industry, but then also on the philanthropy side. They both have done a lot of great work in the community, so that I can see how they can be inspiration. So where do you see your business and where do you see yourself going in the future with Atlanta Film and TV?
I would love to see Atlanta Film and TV. Well, actually, I have not really discussed this, maybe with 1 or 2 other people, but Atlanta Film and TV, has expanded recently. We recently purchased Austin Film and TV. So we want to continue to grow Atlanta Film and TV. We want to continue to build the blog, maybe become a like paper publication instead of just online. So like when we go to events, we can have that paper publication, interview bigger artists. Not saying that the people that I have interviewed are not big. They are upcoming. They are great people. I love working with them still, but more, maybe other people will catch on. And back to the Austin Film and TV, we recently purchased that. We haven't really done anything with that, so we want to expand into other markets, Austin and New York and Chicago and LA. So yeah, that's the plan for the future.
That is so exciting. I can see it all across the country. Film and TV, all that.
Thank you.
Name the city. So
Thank
that's
you.
a great aspiration to strive towards for the future. Now, again, as a business owner, you've gone through a lot. What are some words of wisdom you have to share with other people who are in business or looking to start their own business?
Nothing happens overnight. I had to learn that for myself. It takes, really in any industry, it takes a few years. And I will say that it really, it did not happen overnight for Atlanta Film and TV. When I first started the second time, I was working a 9:30 to 5:30 job. So I really didn't have time to put the word out there like I do now. But now that I have the time, I'm able to post and connect with people, be it virtually, be it in person. So it does not happen overnight. And I will say prayer and faith always helps with business, especially if you're a believer. And I will say also network. Network is one of the biggest things. I've met a lot of people in the entertainment industry that say they don't like to network, but they network because you never know who you'll meet and you never know how those people can help you. So that is my pieces of advice.
Yes, Mandy, so you hit the nail on the head. The biggest thing you could do is network and be a part of a network, because you never know who knows somebody that can help you get to the next level. And that's one great thing about Key Spot. We're bringing people together from all across the country. We're getting them to talk to each other and having those opportunities to network, because you never know where those relationships will take them. And that's what we want to see. We want to see people move from the small business to the large business, and then 10 years from now, doing the biggest thing that they wanted to do. So that's the hope. So as a Key Spot business partner, you shared how we have supported you as Key Spot. Mm-hmm. Why would you recommend Key Spot and being a part of the network to others?
Because of all the opportunities that Key Spot has. You have, of course, again, the networking, and then there is
it's the grant.
So there's so many opportunities that, Key Spot has, and I know there's other grants out there, but this one if you're a Key Spot member, you don't really have to search for it. It's right there for you. So there's great connections. You always meet great people on the networking event. So yeah, that's why, Key Spot, that's how Key Spot has helped me. Then I'm sure it would help other people as well.
Right. Yeah, so you just hit a good point. We do offer at Key Spot grants, quarterly grants to Key Spot business partners, and it's been able to help a lot of small businesses. But you know what? It's been a pleasure speaking with you today, Mandisa. And you guys are doing great things at Atlanta Film and TV. And I look forward to participating in more of those events that you guys are hosting and spreading the word about what you're doing. So again, thank you to Mandisa Johnson from Atlanta Film and TV for being our guest on Food COMA, Conversations Over Meals in America. And we will see you next time on Food COMA, sponsored by KeySpot by Quality SAP. Have a great day. Thanks.